about to hit 9. Futures kind of pushed up overnight. I don't know why. Perhaps, I don't know why the Asian markets, including the China one, that was funny.
You read that?
Yeah. The Asian markets, including the China market, went up. I have no idea why that pushed up. It was, I believe it was, perhaps technicals, so that, just like the markets here, it was pretty compressed. So I think had to decompress, and that's what the phenomenon that we I think witnessed over in Asia, over in the overnight session as well there. So where's that? Let's go here, and well, of course, we know this thing gets overbought, comes right back into 5, 8. In a Bollinger Band, hits the mean and comes right back in. Good thing is that it is actually bouncing off of that. So, and then it looks like the average is also pushing up. So my expectation is for it to actually go hit this number, 4069 or something right here, and then probably into 4077. And last night, okay, let's not look at this chart. Let's look at this chart. There you go. So this is where we are stuck right now. So I believe that it's going to be a hard level to clean 4080. And I believe that if it clears here, then we're looking for a push into 4117, rather 4115. For some reason, that 4115 is some sort of a magnet. It's been acting as a magnet. 4115. I don't know. Asian market upon potential reopening of Shanghai. There you go. Shanghai reopening. Cool thing. So this 4115 seems to be the number that pretty much everybody's watching. I don't know why. Perhaps in the let's see. Most likely it is because of this one right here. I guess so. Somewhere around here. It's been making 4115 somewhere around here. This line seems to be the line in the sand that somehow yeah. Okay, so this is where it bounced off of last time. I think that's the reason. Okay, so it bounced here, bounce here, bounce here. So this seems to be the line that for some reason is holding up. So when was this? February, March, and March 15th. So yeah, so this line, this 4115 number seem to be of some importance. Although I don't really put a whole lot of stock into numbers, just go by technicals, what I see, and I execute that way. However, this seems to be the case here. And right here, it touched this number and bounce off of that number. So let's see if we can get to that number. And in all probability, the way it looks like right now, only the money flow index is going, a little overboard here. However, the SMI is still up. This RSI is still pointing up. Average is still up. This is not too terribly oversold. So, given all of these conditions, I think if it can clear here, then we are still good to go hit that 4115 number. And that's my this is my base case to the upside, 40 4080 or something like that. Then this is my good to have 4115. So let's see how that goes. And put it back together. Same thing for the Haikanashi. And to the downside, if it breaks below here, then we're looking for a test of 4040. That's my base case to the downside. 4042. If that breaks, we're looking for 4030. If that breaks, we're looking for 4,000 again. So 4040 is my base case. 4,000 is good to have. And below that, if it start pushing, then we have the mean at 3984. And this will be, and if 4,000 breaks, then we are pretty much looking at 3984. That's on the future side of things. Let's push into VIX. Yesterday, in fact, day before yesterday, we were talking about VIX to come back in. That is exactly we see happening here. And I still want to see VIX coming back into 2592, which is the mean on the Heikanashi. However, the mean is already achieved on the, which is according to the regular candles. The mean is sitting at 2597. Let's round it up at 26. However, according to the Heikanashi, the mean is already achieved on the weekly. Let's go back into the daily and a VIX gap down. And this is the line that I was looking for, the 50. It will act as a formidable support, which it is acting as support. However, looking at the technicals, looking at everything else, I still think there is downside to the VIX. And I believe 2552 is pretty much achievable. Right here, we want to see a hit. So this is a number. Right? Yesterday, we were looking for this line here, and we were looking for support around this line, and that support is forming right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we can bounce from here. How far? Maybe ephemeral bounce. I don't know. But we could potentially bounce from here. Ideally, I want to see the ephemeral bounce and that start to push back down into 2612 and then 2523. This is how I want to see it go, and there is enough room for that to happen. Especially I look at this thing for longer term trends. MACD, so MACD is still intact, so I'm okay to call it one more red bar here. So the only thing is we already have three purple bars here, so that's the thing. So 1 2 3, we might get another purple bar, then most likely we'll start to get red bars. That means the selling is subsiding on the VIX. So let's see how that goes. Ideally, to be honest with you, I would want to see the way the charts are looking. Uh, this is achievable actually. The way the charts are looking, 22 is achievable. 2220 on VIX is pretty achievable, which is the 200-day on VIX. Last time also it went down there and touched it and bounced off of that number. So I'm not expecting that, but it is achievable. I don't have much further data into that, but this was clean, pushed to the downside. So all the way till here, it was very clear for us to predict. Right, from now onwards, our prediction might get a little blurry. However, I'm still seeing that it can come down to this number, 2610 or 2614, whatever this is, then possibly will break into 2531. However, if it breaks below here, then we're looking for a push into this number. That's how I see things right now. And let's move into Apple for a minute here. Okay, great. So Apple. Yesterday we had a doji I mean, this is the week, beginning of the week. So the first day of the week we had a doji, and that's if you're looking for long, that is always a good thing. That is always a good thing. And on the daily, this is the doji yesterday we had, and in an upward momentum, if you have a doji, that's a very good thing. That means you're going to push up. And yesterday we were looking for a push into 149 something here. So base case is achieved. Now, now what remains to be seen is if we can push up here and hit 150. That is where the test would come. However, this where is that? Where is that number? Is this a 50? No. Where is that 50? All right, we'll look into that. So most likely no. I want to trade Apple here on this chart. So this is the number that I've been watching now, right? So if we clear it, 149.50 is what we're watching. Most likely a breather here. Then we're looking for a push into this number, 151. So this is the chart that I want to be following. And this is the line, sorry. This is the 50. This is the line we wanted it to clear. And it did clear that number. And now it's clearly pushing up. There's nothing stopping it from pushing higher on the 1 hour chart. And let's just also look at the 15-minute chart. Is there anything? There's nothing stopping it right now. So, but it is taking a breather here. Why is it that doing that? Maybe there is something that we're missing. Maybe maybe this is the 21 that's stopping. Uh, but here the five, this is what we wanted to see cleared off, and that is clearing. Now most likely the case is it's going to go hit the 8, 150 something, and before that we want to be seeing this number right here, right about here. Right, so this line has been acting, it should be acting as a major resistance, and last time it came all the way till here, it failed, which is 142, whatever this number is. It couldn't clear that number, came right back in. So that's where it is stuck right now. Let's see if we can get a clearance of that. I don't see any reason why not. But just in case, let's look at this, the chart. 5 is still intact. However, it is kind of getting overbought here, right? And for whatever reason, it kind of pushed up pre-market. Futures were up and it kind of pushed up. Let's see how long this push up will happen. However, I don't see any reason for it to kind of not move higher. And the only thing that I can see stopping it here is this guy right here, the 8. So the 5 clears, then we're looking for 8, 149.86 or whatever this number is. Let's see next. Let's get into 15-minute is overbought on Apple. Cool thing. There you go. That's the answer. And change windows. Screen 3 share. SPX now. So 1 hour chart, looking pretty decent. So seems like this was the line in the sand. Yesterday it was not able to clear. In fact, a couple of days was the line in the sand, or this was the resistance that it was not unable to clear. Today we got clearance of that pre-market itself, and then it pushed up, and this is what we're looking for after this number 4036 last night charting. I remember we were looking for a hit of this number 4060 something, right? So we got that one as well, and most likely the market's trading somewhere around here. This should have been gone up a little bit, this mean, because the average, because the price pushing up, the mean should have gone up a little bit, at least around 4065 or something. I think that's where the market should be trading right now. And if that clears, then we're looking for a push into 4104, and then we're looking for a push into 4176 a little later. Right now we're looking for a push into we're looking to hold this number, 4061. That's what we're looking to hold. And right here, so we were looking for a clearance of this number, and then we are looking for a push into this number 4061 or something. Then we are looking for a push into this Bollinger Band, right? 41 20, 4115, whatever this number would come into. This is what the number that we're looking for. I think we'll get that number today. However, the to the downside right now, from now this would become the uh, so right now the markets are waiting here. And if it breaks down here, then we're looking for a push into this number. That's my base case to the downside now. 4035, 4037, whatever this number is, that's my base case to the downside now. And should we break there, then we're looking for a push into 4000 again. And to the upside, this remains intact, 4098. If it can, sustain this number here, 4065 or whatever this mean on the 4 hour is, if it can sustain that, then we are looking for a push into 4100. And if it enters this zone around 4130 or something, then we're looking for a clean hit of the mean at around 4177 or 4180, about 120 points from where we are. Possible? Yeah, possible. Am I going to be playing that way? Absolutely not. I will be sticking onto this chart, the 1 hour chart, right? So if it can come down, this is my base case to the downside. If it breaks below there, then we're looking for a push into 4000 again. And yeah, 4085 is where I think we could expect. So base case to the upside now would be this number 40, oh, right about this number, 4085, 4086. I think that's what the pre-market futures were doing. So I think that's where the base case should be to the upside, 4085 or something. And the good to have would be this number, 4100. That's how high I would be playing SPX today. And let's jump into a different one. And let's jump into the 10 year now. Let's look at 10 year.
Your screen went black, Darth.
Yeah. Okay, where is the 10 year? There's the 10 year. And then let's open up another chart for 10 year. Okay. Well, 10 year is pushing up, right? 10 year is pushing up, and this is the chart that I watched closely. And it came back and it broke below this number. I was kind of getting very worried about it, that it broke below there, and I did not want to see 10 year going into 2.74 or something. And I was rooting for 10 year, and it had to go up. There's fundamentally there's no reason for 10 year to come back in, because the interest rates are being pushed up. So this has to go up with it. Would that translate into financials being strong? I would surely hope so, but we are not seeing that yet. The financials are weaker. They have been weaker throughout. Even though the 10 year was pushing up earlier in the month, 10 year the financials were still weaker. In fact, Goldman Sachs broke below 300 threshold. So now I think it's above that threshold, but it is still not there. There could have been way more better. I mean, better that better outcome would have been much better with financials if I don't know if it were regular times. So let's see a push into this number 2.97, and this should act as some serious resistance here. Then, if that clears, I don't believe that's going to clear right now, but just in case that clears, come on, we're looking for a push into 2.97. And this is also, I think this also coincides with right about this number. So this will act as 2.97 will act as some solid resistance. And I am in fact looking for a clear push above this number. It will be a breathing spot. I don't think it's just going to go blow past this number. It will act as a solid resistance around here, and 10 year will take a breather. But after that, I want to see 10 year push into this number, ideally, and it should happen. 10 years should stay above 300. And not just for not just for the markets, but overall economy. 10 years should stay above that three threshold. In fact, I would want to see 10 year push into probably this number right about here. The standard deviation 3.2. This is where I want to see a 10 year push into and stay above this number. So that would be ideal. And I was worried that 10 years is going to cross below this number right here and start to push down into this number 2.74 or 2.73. I was really worried about it. And had it come down here, then it would have been, just the momentum would have pushed it around this 2.6. That would have been not good at all. So right now, that's what I'm expecting. And from the VIX side from the VIX perspective, let's see a little bit further into VIX. Uh, VIX is kind of bouncing. I think this is an ephemeral bounce. Uh, let's open up VIX.
I don't know about anybody else, Darth, but I can't see your screen.
You can.
Hunch, it happened to me. Just X out streaming him and try and restream again. It clears it.
Fuck, I'm
It
recording.
says
It'll break the
my
recording.
stream is running.
It's the fucking Discord. Yeah, it's not you, Darth. It's Discord.
Whole thing. All right. So
And
I
Tesla
know.
is
Sorry. I know, this is where we wanted VIX to come back in. Yesterday, we were looking